Hi, it's Carl with PolyByDesign. We are in Salt Lake City, Utah at Sangato Bakery in Midvale. Midvale. I'm getting my Utah towns down right. And I'm here with Ikani Samani, is that correct? Yeah. Of Ikonik Radio. Tell us a little bit about Ikonik Radio, what the thought process was behind it when you created it, and how people can find you.
Yeah, so I started Ikonik Radio just wanting to give back to the Polynesian community. I always enjoy listening to poly artists, and I thought, man, I wonder if other people wanted to listen to it too. So I just created a little website with a little radio stream, and I asked people, hey, do you guys want more of this? And it found that a ton of people wanted to hear more of the music, which I thought this is going to be awesome because we could help our community grow. And so people wanted an app. So I, spent a couple of weeks on my vacation, building out the app when we were visiting my in-laws, and then we launched those, and it's just been awesome to see it grow. And so our app can be found at iconikradio.us. You can go there, you can download the iPhone app and the Android app there. And then there's also like a little sample, you can click on it and you can just hear the music stream right there.
So some people are good with their hands and they'll build like a toolbox or something. So you're good with, you build radio stations. What's your background with that?
Yeah, so I'm a software engineer by trade. So I'm a back-end web software engineer. I graduated in computer science and software engineering a couple years ago. And I've always just used software to see if I can make things better. And I've done little websites for things and people. And I just think for me, technology has just been awesome. And you just like making things. So like my dad was handy with his hands. But for me, it's like, well, I think I can. If I'm at work, I think I could write a program to do this for me, and then I would write the program and then watch TV for an hour and let the program run. So that's the way I find myself being a craftsman, is being a software craftsman.
So what's been your, I know that you help artists break, like you help artists kind of get on the map. What's been your most satisfying relationship with a new artist?
So I don't know if he's a new artist. David Rhythm's been around for a while, and I went to school with David Rhythm. And I always enjoyed his music. And when I started the radio station, I started reaching out to artists and I said, hey, would you mind if I play your music on these stations? And when they saw the app, I think it became, we both saw an opportunity where we could help grow the app and we could help grow their fan base. So David Rhythm was there in the beginning, and same with Sione Toke. I reached out to him early on because I really enjoyed their music. It has some of that island reggae, but also a new flavor. When I thought if poly community music is going to go out further than just our community, this is the type of music that people would like. And oddly enough, when I started the app and seeing the response, it's been funny to see the type of people who listen to the app who I'd never thought would listen to this type of music, but they do,
Music crosses all boundaries. So Sione has a little bit of a background in the creation of Ikonik Radio. You want to walk people through that?
Yeah, so it happened because Sione has a song where he talks about that, they won't hear him on the radio, but the Bluetooth's popping all day. And so that line just kept hitting me, over and over again, like, man, they should be on the radio. These people should be out there. And when just one day I was sitting on my couch and I told my wife, hey, I think I'm going to try to build an online radio station. And she laughed at me. Then I did it, and then 100 people signed up to hear more of it. And I was like, whoa, I think more people want to hear this than I do. So, yeah, Sione has been there at the beginning, and then David Rhythm's been there at the beginning. So I think artists like that in Mo Music, those type of artists, transcend what we're used to with music, but it also reaches out to a greater audience, which I think our community really needs, is to see other people not just flourish within our community by these people, but also that they know that they're loved by a greater audience outside of just the poly community.
Awesome. So what's next for Ikonik Radio? What's some collaborations or something, or maybe where do you see yourself in a year or two?
Yeah, so I think the radio station is nice to have. It's nice to have play in the background, but I think would be awesome to help artists is to have like a festival. And so I'm working with a few people to see if we can put together a festival where the poly community come out, can hear some of these new artists and hear their new music and see what they're doing. But to have like an actual festival where they come and we can actually celebrate their music together. That's my hope and goal, is maybe in a year or so we can put together a festival for everyone to enjoy the music too.
Awesome. So we're at the bakery, and we've been here for hours. Quick question: what's your favorite item here?
And I just had their meat pies. So I've had like meat pies that they bring from New Zealand after they're like frozen and you wait a day. But these are awesome. I don't know how fresh meat pies in New Zealand, but this is probably the best meat pies I've ever had in my life.
Awesome. They've been very hospitable here, letting us do interviews. So if people want to get a hold of you or listen to Ikonik Radio or want to find you on social media, how can they do that?
So they can find us on the website for our app is Ikonik Radio, IKONIK radio.us. And then if you on social media, you can find us at Ikonik Radio 801 on Facebook and then Ikonik Radio on Instagram. So we're on all social media.
Awesome. Any shout outs before we go?
No, shout out to PolyByDesign and Britt for setting this up. Thank you guys.
Love you, Britt.